What if I told you that most of what we blame on aging isn't actually aging at all, but a slow, silent fire burning inside your body every day? I'm Dr. William Pierce, Doctor of Chiropractic, board-certified non-surgical orthopedist, sports injury specialist, and co-founder of PurplePeptides.net. Over the past 40 years, I've worked with over 30,000 patients and logged more than 300,000 one-on-one patient visits. And if there's one pattern I've seen over and over again, especially in those over 50, it's this. The people who age the fastest are the ones dealing with the highest levels of chronic inflammation. But first, a medical disclaimer. This video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. I am a doctor, but I am not your doctor, and no doctor-patient relationship exists between the two of us. Always consult your own qualified healthcare professional before making any of your personal decisions about your health. Now let's simplify this. Inflammation is your body's natural defense system. It's how your body fights injury, responds to infection, and begins the healing process. That's something called acute inflammation, and it's necessary for our health. What we're concerned about today is different, something very different. It's called chronic inflammation. This is low-grade, persistent inflammation that never fully shuts off. You don't always feel it, but it's there. Over time, it begins to damage healthy cells. Here's where it gets serious. Chronic inflammation damages cell membranes, disrupts mitochondrial function, increases oxidative stress, and accelerates cellular senescence. In simple terms, it makes your cells older, weaker, and less efficient. And when enough cells start to break down, your tissues, organs, and entire systems follow thereafter. This is why inflammation is linked to conditions like arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, cognitive decline, even chronic pain syndromes. It's not just a symptom, it's a driver. Now let's be honest. This is where most people will go wrong. They look for a medication, they look for a pill, but they ignore the daily habits creating or causing the problem. The biggest drivers are eating processed, high-sugar diets, sedentary lifestyles, poor sleep quality, chronic stress, excessive body fat, and excessive structural misalignment and stressed neurological systems. This is exactly why our table of health matters so much. As you recall, we've spent several previous videos talking about 4 steps to health. If you haven't seen it, I'd suggest you go watch those at some time. The first table leg is called how you eat, then how you move, then how you sleep, and then fourth, your structural neurological balance. If these aren't in place, nothing else in regard to your health works well. Let's review them quickly. Movement. Regular movement and exercise reduces inflammatory markers and improves circulation, especially resistance training. Nutrition. Non-processed foods, healthy fats, adequate protein, low sugar, reduced seed oils, and even intermittent fasting can create that second strong leg. The third is sleep. This is when your body resets inflammation, consolidates memory, and heals systemically. And that fourth leg is structure and neurology, balancing your sympathetic and parasympathetic nerve messaging system. These are not optional. They are foundational. Now, let's talk about peptides. One of my favorite subjects. Peptides are not magic. They are not a replacement for lifestyle, but they can assist the body's natural ability to regulate inflammation, especially in aging individuals. Some peptides that have been studied in this area are BPC 157. It can support tissue healing and has been shown to have anti-inflammatory signaling effects. Another one is TB500, thymosin beta 4. It's involved in cellular repair and regeneration, and it may modulate inflammatory pathways. A third is GHKCU, a copper peptide playing important roles in wound healing and influencing inflammatory signaling and tissue remodeling. Now, here's the key. Ongoing data on these compounds is still being researched, but it's evolving every day. It's my personal opinion that the expansion and popularity of these molecules, based on continued statistical as well as empirical evidence, will pave the way to become a new paradigm in the way we manage and treat chronic and long-term degenerative diseases in our country. If you remember nothing else from this video, please remember this. Inflammation is one of the main reasons your body breaks down as you age. But it's also one of the most controllable factors. You don't have to accept chronic pain, fatigue, and declining performance. You can influence this process starting today. Thank you for joining me on this ongoing journey searching for answers to improving our health and vitality over the age of 50. Stay in touch. We'll be continuing these video series in the future.